Hey guys, and welcome. It's an early morning today. I'm on the way to work. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about what a lot of you guys have been asking. Is recently I was looking at possibly selling this car and either getting an STI or a manual WRX. And we're going to do a little bit of an update on what's actually happening with this car, whether or not it's going to be staying on this channel, and why I was looking at the STI and possibly a manual WRX. And I think probably a lot of you guys are wondering, am I still going to get an STI or a manual WRX? And I'm going to answer it in this video today. So before we get started, guys, please consider subscribing if you want to see WRX or WRX CVT content or any type of automotive content. I'm going to be producing a lot of mix of things coming up soon. So if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Let me tell you a little bit about what I did. Probably around 3 weeks ago, I listed my car on a couple sites, threw it up on Facebook, just to gauge interest. I was really curious to see, you know, would it sell it for KBB value, and that kind of thing. Mixed responses. I got a lot of people interested. I had a lot of dealers contact me looking to trade in, and they gave me pretty darn good trade-in offers. And it was really funny. I had a lot of people that were like, it was just a weird experience. A lot of people were like, oh, you can buy one new for that price, but I was like, I'm not driving a base WRX, and literally it's the KBB value, so I don't know what. You know, it's one of those interesting things. Regardless of that, I did put my car up for sale. I think it's actually still up. I'm probably going to leave it up for a while, just to kind of like figure out what's happening and kind of understand more of like the dynamics behind selling a WRX. So when the time does come in the future, I'm ready to sell it. Or if somebody makes a really good offer, I may sell it and maybe get a new one. So the initial plan when I was listing it was I was really interested in getting in an STI or a manual WRX. And the reason behind that was at the time when I listed it, I didn't know if I was going to have a terribly long drive. And I thought I'd be able to leave like super early for work and be able to get in super early, which would mean I could avoid the traffic. And I wouldn't really, there wouldn't be a ton of pain in driving the manual. I also had been finding myself having some free time on the weekends where I could actually drive the car. So there was definitely some considerations. Not to say the manual is more fun for any reason. I was just maybe something different was going to happen. There was, if you guys watched, a lease deal out there that is very attractive. And I know leasing is kind of thumbs down. But for the price it was listed at, you know, you always have to be open-minded to what's out there in your financial situation. Still, if I could get someone to purchase my vehicle for the KBB value and I went out and took that lease, I probably would save some money in the long run with the depreciation of the car, which almost never happens with the lease. So that was really the only reason. It wasn't that I was sick of the CVT or anything like that. It was mainly a financial decision, and it still is. Now, before you get bored by that and you say to yourself, all right, this guy doesn't want his WRX anymore, who knows what he's going to have in the next couple weeks, I can pretty much guarantee you that I will always have a Subaru WRX. I've absolutely fallen in love with this car. I've fallen in love with the platform. I've fallen in love with a lot of what this car can do, its capabilities, its reliability, all those things. And what's really important is that I want to communicate to you guys that I am going to always have a WRX. Specifically, I'm pretty sure as long as they make the CVT or an automatic transmission for the WRX, there's probably going to be one in my garage. And the reason I say that is because it is the ultimate daily driver. It just doesn't get better than an automatic WRX. Now, I can't play around with power gains, and I can't play around with some things, and sometimes it's not as fun. But the thing is I can always add a car. So ultimately, that's where I'm at right now, is that I'm considering, once this channel gets monetized and I have an understanding of what this channel is bringing in, because if I decided to add a car, my budget to modify this car would kind of go down the drain. So I need to make sure the channel can support some of the modifications for this car. Now, that's not going to happen quickly, because even when the channel gets monetized, I will be making very little money. But regardless, as long as money is coming in, I can definitely figure out how to swing it. For those of you guys that haven't seen the lease video, there is a lease out there for $149 a month that I'm super interested for, just a base manual. For that price, I definitely am not looking right now at an STI. I think there is a possibility, there is a solid possibility that I may do a salvage STI build. I've been looking around and there's a decent amount of salvaged like 2016, 2017 STIs for a decent price. I'm like kind of toying with the fact of rebuilding one. It really depends on how much free time I have this summer. If I have a lot, it may be something, well, I probably won't have a lot, but if I have enough, it may be a project that I want to take on. I guess the big thing there is I have to be able to build it so that it can withstand the outdoors, because I don't have a place to garage it. So I've got to quickly make it so it can withstand the winter. So I'm just going to keep my eye out on that one, and if I can find a salvage that's repairable in that sense where I can survive a winter, I may pull the trigger and introduce that onto the channel. So for all of you guys that have like messaged me, commented on things, dropped a comment on a video asking, you know, what's happening with my car, am I still looking to sell it? Hope I answered your question. I am still looking to sell it, not because I don't like it. It's actually my favorite car I've ever owned. I just want to financially keep keep everything open, and kind of like I guess I'm not actively looking to sell it. I'm passively looking to sell it, as in, you know, in the next 2 years, if somebody makes me a decent offer, I may sell it. That being said, it would then be replaced with a newer CVT, and a manual would be added at some point. So I hope I addressed that question for you guys. If you have an opinion for what I should do, drop it in the comments below. I'm interested in seeing where you want the channel to go, so definitely let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.